Welcome to the Post Productions. I'm here with my co-host Seamus. Say hi, Seamus.
Yo.
Yeah, sir. This is our very first episode of our brand new podcast, which we are creating. And today we are going to be talking about Inside Out 2. Is that right, Seamus?
Yeah, we just watched it earlier this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty packed theater, which is a surprise for. I haven't seen it in a while for a Pixar movie.
Yeah,
so.
this is a good sign, considering I feel like as of recently, Pixar's been kind of falling off in the regard of, like, public interest, I guess you could say.
Absolutely. I mean, Lightyear was a disaster.
Oh, fuck.
What else? Luca was okay.
I didn't mind Luca. You know, like
it's alright.
It's good. Like, I think Luca is one of those ones where it just suffers from just being a little too simple, I think, and it doesn't like reach as many people. Because I think that's, personally, in my opinion, in terms of Pixar, what I think of usually is I think of the stories that I guess could appeal to a wider range of people. You know, and I think that's why their movies do so well. But I think as of recently, they've really been trying to do more unique things, and I think that's fine. Like, I have no problem with that. But the thing with that is that you're going to draw less people in. Like with Luca, it's a fairly simple story, and like it doesn't really have like I think that widespread appeal. And even something like Turning Red, like I don't like Turning Red. Like I just want to say it right now. But in terms of like even me saying that, I can still see the appeal that certain people would have with it. You know, like I get it has a lot to do with like puberty, but it's being told from the perspective of this little girl. So like. I feel like some people aren't gonna, resonate with that just because, like, not a girl. Like so, but I still feel like there was some overlining themes, which was like puberty and stuff, I guess.
And I mean, the nice thing is now we got Inside Out 2, so we have a good movie about puberty.
This is the prime example of a good movie about like puberty and covering those sort of themes, like in a way that everyone can relate to.
Yeah, even though it's more focused on Riley, like a young woman, it's like. The experiences they show in the movie pretty universal. Yeah. It's like you're watching and it's like, oh my god, I've been in a situation exactly like that.
Yeah. It's like it's so broad to a point where you're like, yeah, I can relate to that, even though I'm not a girl.
Totally.
Which even like it's one of those things. But like honestly though, this is like I think this is the prime example of them just doing that right, and I think that just leads it into what I'm going to say next is that I freaking love this movie. Like I honestly. Really, really like this movie. I didn't expect it at first just because I had my doubts just because, sequel. I didn't know if this was just something they're throwing out, but no. I genuinely felt like this was a really, really, really good sequel in terms of just feeling very natural. Like, it doesn't feel forced. This feels like a story that just makes sense for what they were trying to tell from the first one, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. Yeah, it's retains the creativity of the first one. There's a lot of really cool ideas in it, and just the way they use visuals to tell the story is pretty cool.
And just like even the specific details, because I think we should address them now. We're going to talk about probably some light spoilers. Like I don't think we're not going to spoil the whole thing for you guys. I think everyone should go watch this. I think like this is a good one. I definitely think it's worth it. But I think there's, like, maybe just slight things we'll talk about that are kind of spoilery. Yeah. Not really. There's not really a whole lot to spoil.
No.
It's very much just kind of one of those movies. So, unless we're talking about, like, the last 10 minutes, which we could. But I don't know. We probably won't.
Well, I mean, dude, now we got your approval, I mean, let's start off by talking about anxiety. Oh, God. One of the new emotions featured in this movie, man. What a perfect representation of anxiety.
What a great character, honestly, also. Because, like, she's framed as the antagonist in this movie, which I think is kind of poetic. Because, like, let's be honest here, the human experience, anxiety is one of those things that everyone's just like, is awful. We all hate dealing with this shit. And in this movie specifically, she is kind of framed as that antagonist. But what I really like about this movie is that she's not... How am I supposed to put it? She's the antagonist, but I wouldn't actually say, like, she's a bad person.
No, like, you empathize with her.
Oh, yeah,
you see where she's coming from, Like,
exactly.
It's so weird to think of, like, our emotions as characters, but it's like, each one of them has, like, their own logical thinking behind what they do. So
they're all doing what they think is right.
To protect Riley.
Exactly.
And I guess in a way to protect us in our own lives, right?
Exactly, yeah. And I honestly thought, like, everything they did with that character specifically was pretty much perfect. Like, I don't think I would have done anything else. Like, she was perfect from a design point of view. Like, there was a lot of really good scenes where it's just showing how, like, hyper she was, pretty much. Yes. She was, like, chugging energy drinks and stuff, which was hilarious. I was laughing a lot.
Going all over the control panel, like, back and forth. And I guess I don't know. We can cut it out later if it's too much, but
Yeah.
there's like a scene towards the end where it depicts the character having an anxiety attack, and the way they show it is basically the character of anxiety. She's being surrounded by this like flurry of herself running in circles.
Yeah, a tornado.
Like a tornado.
She turns into the Flash.
She pretty much, exactly, bro. She's
she
Ezra
like
Miller.
Runs the hell? Oh, don't break out.
Dude,
Freak out.
She's going around the island of Hawaii just wreaking havoc and stuff. But no, so she's there. So she's got this flurry around her, but she's standing totally still, like in a frozen state. And it's like, man, what a great depiction. Because it's like,
it's perfect.
I mean, I'm sure we've all had a panic attack or something like that. You're frozen in the moment, but your brain's going a million miles a minute. And I just thought that was super cool.
Yeah, I honestly thought that was perfect.
Yeah.
Like, in just how I think... Because even, like, in a point of view, in your head, it's like a very destructive thing going through that, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, in your head, you're just in there, and I guess you could say, you don't really know what to think, and you're just having one of those moments where you just don't know what to feel. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was actually... It was in decent detail, I thought, is how pretty much no one could interact with her except Joy, you know?
Exactly.
Because, like, in that moment, usually, from me, personal experience... Usually when you're having a moment like that, you usually try and result to joy first, like happiness. Just try to get your head out of the gutter sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was a really great moment. And just a really great moment for the character as well. Absolutely. Just like kind of opening up. Because the character of anxiety, especially closer to the beginning of the movie, idolizes Joy. Because she's the main one and she's the one making her happy and she wants to just do the same and protect her. And I honestly thought that alone... was just a really good parallel, you know? Is that she was actually just doing her job, trying to make sure that she was alright as well.
Totally. Just
like, honestly.
Different approaches, I guess.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And voice actor for it.
Oh. I'm trying to remember her name.
I think it's
Stranger Things. Stranger Things.
Isn't it Ayo Edebiri? I think?
I think you're talking about Envy.
Is Envy?
I think that's who you're talking about, yeah. Should we just go straight into that, then?
Yeah,
let's just go into Envy.
Yeah.
Funny character.
Yeah.
I get it. I don't feel like she was in the movie nearly enough to make an impression, though.
No, I feel... Honestly, I feel like Anxiety was the real star of the show for the new emotions. Except for Embarrassment.
Yes,
that
dude, this guy. Goated. I love this guy.
He's hilarious.
He's literally me in real life. like, I was thinking, like, oh my god, this is like, if, hypothetically speaking, if this movie was about me, that would be the main one. Like, in my brain, would be Embarrassment, 100%.
It was hitting close to home.
Yeah, oh my god, yes, it 100% was. And he was hilarious as well.
Yeah,
like,
great.
I thought he was so funny the entire time, how he basically just didn't talk at all. Like, he didn't talk at all, and he just would, like, hide himself and just, like, his little hoodie strings. It was great. Like, honestly, I thought that was hilarious. I was loving it.
Super, super awesome character.
Yeah, love him. And then there was the other one. It was I'm just going to call it Boredom. I can't pronounce it.
Oh, Ennui?
Ennui? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't pronounce that.
I didn't even know that was a word until I watched the movie, to be honest. But yeah, it's like French, I guess, for
it's French for boredom,
or something.
They said, yeah. Which even they struggled in the movie to say, which I can appreciate. Because, like, let's be honest here. Like, I think most people, like, I don't think they would refer to, like, boredom as ennui. Like, I can't even say it right now.
Except those French people, man.
Hey, we're not saying anything against that. I'm just saying the wide public, I don't think they would be familiar with that word. But I could be wrong. You know, I could be wrong. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, that's a weird way to put it. But, you know.
I like the character, though.
Yeah.
Maybe underutilized again.
Well, she was barely there. She was just kind of sitting on the couch the whole time.
Yeah, I guess that's like...
Yeah. It was part of her character, though.
Part of her character.
It was just, but she's uninterested.
She had a French accent, though. That was cool.
I
like that.
I also liked, specifically, where she lost her phone. That's the only part where she even slightly showed any emotion.
Yeah.
And it's like, is this trying to say something about our current generation?
Chronically online.
Yeah. Chronically online.
Touch grass.
Literally, exactly. I thought that was very funny in the movie. But no, I thought all the new characters were great.
Yeah.
And then they had like some other little side characters. Well, they're not in the movie for very long. But there's like there's like this video game character.
Everything was so funny.
Oh my god, it was killing me. And the animation. I loved the animation too, like the little details, how it was like pixelated and stuff. Or like it shows him go through like a door and he can't quite get through the door. Because it's like it's trying to do like directional inputs, but he's like just missing it every time. I thought that was hilarious. That was such a little fun detail that made me laugh quite a bit.
Yeah, it was super cool seeing him juxtaposed against the more traditional, like, Disney 3D animation. Mm-hmm. And then what was that the other character?
It was like the children's show.
Yeah, like that was cool. Like
it was
they had
cool.
three very different animation styles on the screen at one time. So
which I thought was pretty unique for a Pixar movie.
Yeah,
I don't think they usually do that.
Often.
Yeah,
no.
They usually have their one formula where it's just make it look either as real as possible or have your like the cartoon style, but just go for it, you know.
And it's like consistent throughout the movie.
Yeah,
in that one style. But yeah, this couple different styles, which is really cool to see. So.
Just they're not in the movie. I want to stress they're not in there for that long.
No,
but briefly, like there's a couple scenes where like the 2D especially. There's a lot of 2D. Yeah. And there was some like paper, like I forget what you would call it specifically, like South Park, like paper sort of stuff. Very briefly as well, but like I could appreciate it, you know. Like I thought that alone was really great. But and then I think going into the next thing, I think the big question is, since it's a Pixar movie, Seamus, did you cry?
Dude, I won't lie, it was really close towards the end. Like I don't know, great ending, yeah. Really, really pulls at the heartstrings for sure. I didn't quite cry, but dude, my tear ducts, they were getting full. They were getting
heavy, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for me especially, like personally for me, I was pretty fucking close. Like I was on the verge, because I will say this: I think the themes in this movie are amazing. Like honestly, I think they do a perfect job with them. And it was getting to a point I'm like, this is hitting like really close to home. Like this is to an unreal point where I'm like, bro, this is just like my life like 6 years ago sort of thing. Like I was like, bro, what is happening here?
Being a teenager like that and just striving for other people's approval, you know, and trying to change who you are and who you hang out with and all that stuff. I mean, I feel like we can all relate to that.
Yeah.
And then you just see how it like impacts other people in their life, and it's like, damn. You think about your own life and the times that you've kind of wronged people trying to impress somebody else, and it's like, jeez.
It's honestly great.
It is.
But I will say this is one thing, I'll say this, even a slight nitpick. I do feel like the main plot of this movie, to a point, is kind of basic, you know? But I think what really makes it work is the execution. Because you're telling it from the point of view of the emotions in her head. It's not just like, you know, you're going through another story where it's just this teenage character trying to get these people approval, you know? It's telling it from a much different lens, and I thought that worked. I thought it really worked, to be honest with you. Like, honestly. That's the only thing I would really even complain about, though, to be honest with the movie.
Yeah, because the narrative was, like, quite similar to the first one. Kind of like a journey across this world.
Her mind, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Because they're just trying to get back to headquarters again. I guess,
pretty much.
I guess they're trying to find, the plot device to get back to headquarters, so then they can solve every problem. But it's very much like you said. Like, it's pretty much the same thing.
Totally.
From a point of view, I guess. They're all there, I guess, though.
So then, I guess the next thing... We were talking about this earlier, it's like... We need a third Inside Out movie.
Yes. Like, oh my god, absolutely.
They seem to have a winning formula with this. We think one more, they could wrap it up, maybe like a time jump ahead to her being like a college student or something. I don't know. I heard in the original draft of the script they had like guilt and shame. And it's like, dude, I want to see some of those darker emotions on display in the Pixar movie. You know,
just tone it down. You know,
tone it down a bit. Yeah,
they did say like originally the reason they weren't in the movie is because it was too depressing. It got to a point where it was just like, this is too much, and this is just unfun to watch. Like, this is just not an enjoyable experience. And I feel like, with those certain themes, I could definitely tell. Yeah, definitely. It would be a lot like that. But, coming from a point of view, this is Pixar. They know what they're doing. They know how to pull on your heartstrings. Even if they thought it was a little dark, I think that's like, whoa. Like, you know, I think that's a big, like...
What are we working with here?
Yeah, even if they didn't want to do it, I'm like, I don't know about this one. Maybe it is. Maybe it is a little bit much. But who knows? Who knows? You never know. I agree with you, though. Like, if they do a third one, have one of them at least. You know? But no, I think they should totally do it. Like, honestly, I think that would be a great idea. Especially going into, like, those college years. Because, listen, we're pretty young, you know? We're you just got out of college.
Yeah.
Like, literally on the day, folks. Like, literally, bro is literally a nurse now, which is fucking awesome. Thank you, bro's so awesome. But, like, we've been through there, you know? Like, the young adult experience, like, I think there's a lot you can do with, like, something very similar to what they did in these two movies.
Absolutely.
And I think also it just would be a genuine progression. Like, just like how this movie was to the first one, like, it would feel so natural, honestly. And I think that's another big plus.
Totally. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, at least for me, the college years have been, like, probably the most transformative of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've learned a lot about myself. It's been very rewarding. It's also been very isolating. And I feel like if they could depict that in a Pixar movie, that'd be pretty cool too.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, I 100% agree, man.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering what other emotions they would do, you know?
Yeah.
You know, they're probably going to have like one or two, you know?
Horny.
Can we put that in the video? This is going on YouTube, man. I don't know how you're going to put that in the video, goddammit. Fuck.
Lust. Sorry. More appropriate. More technical.
Infatuation.
Infatuation, yes.
See, that works. That works.
Yeah, okay.
Or is that envy, technically?
Oh, man,
is envy the same thing? Like...
I don't know. Envy...
I don't know.
I think envy is more like you want something another person has, like a quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know.
Jealousy could be another one. I don't know how it would work, but like, I'm just kind of spitballing here, you know? I'm just throwing stuff out. Like, that could be an idea. I don't really... I'm trying to think off the top of my head, I don't know.
Dude, they should just make, like, a version where she's, like, 65 years old, just about, like...
Oh, my God.
Or, like, older, and it's just, like, all about regret.
Bruh, don't... No. Don't be doing that. You're trying to make me feel fucking sad.
Everybody have an existential crisis at the theater, just like, damn.
Everyone's just sitting there, just like, man, what am I doing in my life?
I guess maybe that's Soul. I guess.
Yeah.
Soul's kind of like...
Well, have you seen Soul?
I still haven't watched Soul.
You haven't watched Soul. Soul is one of those ones where it's like, I feel, when you sit down and watch it, I feel it's like it's made for adults more than kids. Because, like, the themes in Soul are so, I think, profound and, like, very deep that I feel like most kids aren't even going to get it. And I don't think they did. I think that's why it just... Like, it was critically received. Like, it did very, very well. And I thought it was very good. But it's one of those movies that I would debatably say is made more for adults than children. Because it's just kind of one of those movies. Like, it's just so deep to a point where I feel like most kids, it's just going to fly over their heads. Like, they're going to have no idea. Because it all has to do with the importance of life. And the choices you make and who you want to be. And I think, like, just children don't have to worry about that stuff right now.
Dude,
you know?
No.
Like, they don't want to worry about that.
Like...
You just got to worry what Fortnite skin they want to spend their V-Bucks on, bro.
Exactly, bro. They don't have the long-term thinking, so...
Yeah, they don't have to worry about any of that, so... Like... This is a terrible comparison, bro. God damn it. But you know what I mean? But no. I think that Soul is one of those movies... But I think we're going to end it off here by saying, what are we rating Inside Out 2? Because we both really liked it. I'm thinking we do a out of 10 sort of thing, you know?
Personally, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah?
Because I'd give the original one a 9 out of 10. I just found Inside Out, like, the first one was more poignant, personally.
Yep.
I mean, the whole imaginary friend bit. I don't know, man. That's kind of unparalleled in my opinion. Bro,
man.
Rest in peace, Bing Bong, man.
You will never be forgotten.
No,
easily one of the best parts of the first movie.
God, that's just heartbreaking shit.
Bro, when he says take her to the moon for me before he passes on and disappears.
Ugly cry.
Tears,
bro,
man.
I got snot coming down my face and everything, man.
Oh my God. I remember watching that for the first time. That one messed me up, I won't lie.
Yeah.
that one was a big one.
Yeah, so I'd give it an 8 out of 10. No, definitely a solid Pixar movie.
Best one they've made in a while.
Oh, it seems like a return to form.
Oh, easy.
For sure.
Yeah.
And like I think in terms of like Pixar sequels, this might be the best Pixar sequel. I'm not gonna lie.
Over like Toy Story sequels though?
Okay, never mind. I'm talking about
I was gonna say everything else, yes, 100%. I agree with.
I forgot about Toy Story 2 just casually being like one of the best sequels ever.
No one talks about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. This might be a hot take here.
Let's hear it.
I like Toy Story 2 more than 3.
Oh,
I like listen, I think Toy Story 3 is great. I think it is a perfect sequel. You know, it's a perfect ending, I will say. But I just enjoy 2 more. I don't know what it is. I enjoy 2 more.
You like Stinky Pete?
I like Stinky Pete, bro. That twist villain act, man. Oh my God. Dude. I was like, what?
Are you kidding me?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Bro is the villain.
No, that was crazy.
5-year-old me was shook, dude. Shocked.
I couldn't even fathom that. I felt like betrayed.
Yeah.
What's Al's Toy Barn?
Al's Toy Barn, bro.
Al, when he's like passed out on the couch with the Cheeto dust on his finger, that's a visceral image, man. Dude, you can smell that.
He's low-key the scariest, like way scarier than any horror movie released this year. Like,
absolutely.
Scarier and more
Can you imagine being locked up in his apartment?
With like his Cheeto dust fingers, bro. Oh,
dude,
God.
He'd just be touching all over you and shit, reorganizing you in his case, man.
Nah. Not only is that shit disgusting, like, I hate Cheetos, but, like, just, no. You get all the cheese all over the place. No, man.
Also, another great part about Toy Story 2, the whole scene where they're cleaning Woody.
Yeah.
That was, like...
gorgeous.
It was so well done, but it was, like, unsettling in a way, too, because it's like...
Yeah.
Yo, why is the animate doll, like, not saying anything, and now he's getting, like, cleaned up, like, putting Q-tips in his eyes and stuff? It's like...
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Bro's low-key getting tortured. They don't show that in the movie.
Oh, seriously? He's probably terrified. Like...
Yeah. He's sitting there just like, what are they doing here?
Yeah. No, so, yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good point, though.
Yeah.
Toy Story 2, best Pixar sequel.
Yeah, I would say, at least. I know we might get some comments about that.
Let us know.
Yeah, I want to hear. What do people say? Because I know a lot of people are just going to say Toy Story 3, but is there some other hot takes? Like, are there people who think Cars 2?
Y'all better not say Cars 2, man.
There are fans of that movie. I don't know.
Drake's a fan. Yeah, he posted on Instagram when it came out, he's like, "Oh, to this world." It's just the Cars 2 poster.
I gotta put that on screen, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
You gotta find that. Clip that.
Clip it.
It's crazy.
But I swear to God, if any of you guys say Cars 2, you need to leave a really long comment explaining.
Yeah, there has to be good.
It can't just be a thing where it's like, oh, I like Cars 2. No. Explain to me why you like Cars 2.
It's a bold take.
It's a bold take.
Yeah.
I can't necessarily say, like, it's... can I say it's a bad take?
I think it's a bad take. Yeah. That's a piss poor take. Cars 2 is shit.
I want to hear what everyone says, though. I want to be respectful of everyone's opinions.
I guess.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
I guess. Yeah.
But, leave it in the comments down below. But I think I'll end it off saying, like, just like you, I really love this movie. I personally like it just a little bit more. I'd say it's like a 9 out of 10 for me. I think the first one, though, in retrospect, is like 9.5 or 10. Like 10. Like, I think the first film is what... I think, honestly, it might be, in some ways, a perfect Pixar movie. And an animated movie in general. Honestly.
It's a modern classic.
It's a modern classic, 100%.
No doubt about it. Yeah.
But I don't think that, like, this movie goes down in a certain way. I just think it retains that level where it's just excellent. Like, honestly. Everything about it, it hits super hard with me just considering my childhood and what I have to go through. I love it. I honestly thought this movie's great. It's definitely top 5 of the year so far for me.
Hell yeah.
Like, easily, without a doubt.
No, I agree. I agree. So yeah, hopefully we see Inside Out 3 soon enough.
We saw the post about them making a spin-off series. Please no.
Why? Nah, they need to stop with all this spin-off series.
Yeah, it's getting tad ridiculous.
It's getting old.
We don't need it.
No one asked for
like,
that.
I get what they're trying to do, but like, no. We just don't need it. Make 3. Just put your efforts into 3. That's all I gotta do. And then end it at 3.
Totally, because I guarantee you if they make an Inside Out spin-off, it's going to kind of just be like...
It's just going to be dropped.
It's going to be low quality. Like, you could tell it's going to be like an easy cash grab for them.
It's going to look like, have you seen the Monsters, Inc. show that got on Disney Plus, like Monsters at Work?
No, is it like lesser animation though?
Yeah, it looks terrible.
It's like tax write-off for Disney.
Pretty much, yeah. It doesn't look very good at all. I watched a little bit too, just so the hardcore fans come at me saying that show's pretty good. I've seen it. I don't like it. So just before you say anything, just saying. But I think with that, we're gonna end this episode. This is the very first episode. I hope everyone enjoyed, and leave me in the comments if you like this movie. Did you hate it? Just leave us all of them. I think we would really appreciate to hear it. And if, like I said, Cars 2. If any of you say you like it, we're gonna have a very long conversation. Maybe we'll just make one episode just dedicated to Cars 2.
Yes. We will dismantle your rationale.
Yeah, exactly. But, like we said, with that, if you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe. But with that, we're going to see you in the next one.
Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, that was a good one. You kissed him. I'll do it too. Alright, bye.